Well, if you are armed, please come to control. Well, if you are armed, please come to control.
Microphone check. A very good evening, dear viewers. Please advise me if you are now still hearing that bad audio feedback. If you're still hearing bad audio feedback, please advise me in the comment section. This video. this match, dear viewers. South Africa's Thami Jabavu and Zambia's Kelvin Fikoti are racing to 9 for a place, the very last place in the semi-finals. The uniqueness of this match is that it is pitting one guy who is the guy of the moment, none other than Kelvin Fikoti. He's the only player out of 96 that registered to participate in this competition 2 days to remain at this level of the event with 2 lives intact. Everybody else is either out or having 1 life. But for Kelvin, if he wins this match against Thami Jabavu, he will have taken both of his lives into the prize bucket. Yes, there are cash prizes for it. This one is a quarter final. It's a match in the last 8 of the second life, but for the fact that it's a double life competition, it is actual round of last 16, and while they are fighting to qualify for the second life semi-finals, it is a fight for the actual quarter-finals, because there were semi-finals in the first life as well yesterday. The semi-finals of the first life were won again by a Zambian and the South African. The South African was Aiden Joseph. The Zambian was as well Kelvin Fikoti. Those two are facing off later tonight in the first life final. And yes, the winner of this match takes on the winner of this one will take on South Africa's Darren in the second life semi-finals. The other match still has a player that I'm watching in real time, in real life for the very first time. He's called Akil. He's a very decent player. He's on table. I'm yet to ascertain his opponent. The other player into the semi-finals already is Doa of South Africa, who did beat Jeremiah Naidoo by 9 frames to 8 in one of the very last quarterfinals. So this one is providing chance to either of these two. I'm even not so sure that Kelvin is having the advantage of the fact that he's involved in the tournament twice. The trick is that you can, for instance, compare with Aiden, his opponent tonight. Aiden is well rested. He was defeated by Akil earlier today, and I've seen some pictures. Because this place is just by the ocean, by the Indian Ocean, and you can throw a stone into the ocean. Aiden has gone to the beach to swim, to be as fresh can be before his match against Kelvin. And Kelvin has been playing match after match after match after very tough players. And believe you me, irrespective of whether whether Kelvin wins this match, Thami will make him very tired, whether in victory or in defeat, because Thami is the equivalent in terms of playing speed and accuracy. I would compare him to maybe the Ugandan Ibra Sejemba, but Thami can decide to take even more time between shots. But both of them are very good players. For Thami into the quarterfinals of a double life competition for the second time in the space of 3 months in the African Ultimate Pool Championships. He was in the quarterfinals. He defeated the likes of Aiden Joseph, the eventual winner, in one of his lives. Yes, it's true. Then he played in the quarterfinals and defeated Uganda's Hazard Lukoma in a tightly contested match before losing out in the semi-finals to the eventual first runner-up, Malcolm Okonza. As for Kelvin, he's becoming one of Africa's paragons of consistency. He can really mean to reach the prize bracket, comp after comp after comp, whether home or away, in Zambia, elsewhere in the continent, and in Tanzania, where he's best having secured sponsorship by the Q Masters management team. He did lose the first 2 frames of the match, Thami, then won the next 2. That's how we are having scores tied at 2-all. between the Fikoti and the Rastaman, calling him so because of his smart choice of hairstyle. He will take all the time in this world, Thami. Normally what he does is to ensure that all the time he takes is made to count by indeed getting what he exactly intended, that is winning the frame. He just ensures that he targets the very spot on the cue ball that he intends for him not to pot, but also get it to rest exactly where he wanted. He does have the intention of putting the last yellow on the ball to the corner pocket. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, that is Peter Chewe Live, it is corner pocket top left, while if you're watching on Break and Finish Live Facebook page, it is the corner pocket at the extreme left of the table, with top spin cue ball having to bounce off the cushions. He wants to put black to the corner pocket at the top of one cushion, not really into another, but yes, the shot is okay, and I will say perfectly okay. Black to be cut and potted with ease. The South African is winning a third here. He's taking the lead. He's grabbing control. Kelvin Fikoti 2, Thami Jabavu 3. Once again, there is live streaming of this match on Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chewe Live YouTube. Diagonal Facebook stream, horizontal YouTube. I have the opportunity to be watching both, and they are making me nothing but a proud streamer. Mobs Mush, thank you for watching on the Facebook stream. Timelo Clifford, you said Thami is too big. I hope you mean bigness as a player. He's very fondly remembered for winning the Ultimate Pool Championships for South Africa, the Ghost Nation team. He won the decisive frame against Uganda's Hazard Lokoma. In the same tournament where he had defeated the same player in the singles. In the same comp where Kelvin played for Tanzania's Q Masters, who lost out in the quarterfinals to the Ugandan team by 13 frames to 7. Pule Popa, Mango Nyane, thank you for watching. The big influx of South Africans watching the stream. I am so happy streaming South African players games, for the fact that while I am as a streamer based in Uganda, the majority of followers, most especially in the Break and Finish Live page, are South African. 4,000 followers from South Africa, and I'm really feeling at home here. Every player, every fan does associate with what I am doing for the fans of the game, and I'm meeting so many new faces. Those who normally watch this game when I'm not here, as though we are known to each other. Not just the players, but most especially the fans. And yes, they are very crazily loving the game, the South African fans. Many of them have been driving from different counties into KZN, KwaZulu Natal, where we are, to be a part of this action, and they are loving every bit of what they are watching. Reminder that we are gathered in Durban as an African Pole Fraternity for the 2026 All Africa Key Sports Championships that will be having tomorrow. Start off with the formalities. I'm informed by the media man that there will be no games tomorrow, but formalities like teams being received and checking into the accommodation, official registration, making sure that this and this is intact with the other, confirming individuals and teams, getting the arena in order into shape, and then Tuesday early morning an opening ceremony, and thereafter action up to Sunday evening. All that will be happening at the Santos Hotel. I'm informed it's about 65 kilometers from where we are, still in Japan. Very big place. It is. South Africa is a very, very big country. If you were to drive, you may need Cape Town to Johannesburg, and that's still in the same country. Here in Durban, there are many people who stay here but work in Johannesburg, and they use flights. But that's life. It's a very, very neat, organized city. It is a very hot summer season. Kids Club, where he lost the first two frames in a row, then won the next three, now finding himself in the lead. I just have a feeling he played the cue ball to the right end of the table with the intent to play snooker. Indeed, he has communicated to Kelvin that the yellow ball, which is at the top end of the table, is not frozen. Of course, he wants to hide white behind yellow and play snooker, perhaps for him to benefit from a free shot and maybe win the frame and make it a fourth for himself. It's not a total snooker. Kelvin has some sight of the red. It will go down as a poor shot from Thami. Perhaps he can see the ball in full. Perhaps he can put it to the corner pocket bottom, which is bottom right. Looks in, it is in. The rest is a formality. Kelvin 3 and Thami 3. We can have a discussion in the comment section as to whether you guys think that Kelvin is seriously winning positions number 1 and 2. Maybe he's playing well enough to. But first has to defeat Thami, then qualify into the semi-finals, then try and beat Darren, then qualify into the final, where he could find either Akil, maybe, or Joel, and then beat them, which if he does, then try and beat Aiden in the final of another life. If he does beat him as well, then he takes positions number 1 and 2. That is the story. Easier said than done. Actually saying it is way easy. Doing it is way difficult. The break of frame number 7 gets Thami to sink in a yellow, leaving 5 of the yellows near respective corner pockets, center, right, left. It's just one of them which is not positioned well, the one which is near the side pocket, top of the screen. Timothy Ngorobe says Kelvin is the best player in the competition. By the way, the best player in the tournament is the winner. So, first rate, eh? But so far, yes, he's the best because he's the only guy remaining with 2 lives. That's why this tournament is being so well watched in Lusaka. No, you think Kelvin plays good pool and Smith is who you call a clean player. He likes to go for the game, likes every shot to be neat and accurate. He's very cautious with his cue ball, and most of the time he plays it to perfection. Ashley Zulu, you seem to be supporting Kelvin, yet you are Zulu. That's a bit unique. Brian Rwando, you don't want to watch the game because you say it is slow. Sorry, Brian. That has been Thami playing safety. All he did was find a way of closing the table, leave Kelvin to struggle with 7 bad red balls, and then Thami to need one chance to pot a ball and maybe go for the frame and maybe take his second life into the semi-finals. Ashley Swanel Powell asking where the tournament is. In case you're in South Africa, the location is Hot Shots in Durban. If you're not anywhere near, enjoy all the action until we have a winner. It is the very last quarter final in the second life. After this, we shall have semi-finals in the second life. After then, we shall have the final of the first life, then the final of the second life. And if it is not the same player winning both finals, then we shall have a grand final. That's about midnight, at least, Southern African time. And if you are watching from places like Eastern Africa, it will very easily be 1 a.m. in the wee hours of Monday morning. On Sunday night, Kelvin is playing safety. I think he's safe, subjecting Thami to having sight of none of 5 yellows he's having on the table. And the two players are in consonance. Someone in the comment section is concerned about the whereabouts of Ginty. He was beaten, I think, by Dua, the same guy who beat Jerry. I believe that you were watching that one at that time on Q Pixels Photography. The admin of that page is turning down money match with myself. That discussion shall be for another day. Thami. As we all know him, he always contemplates the safety. He just played one red into a yellow, just with purpose to leave one of Kelvin's yellows frozen against the cushion, make it difficult for Kelvin to pot. Sorry, it's Kelvin on the yellows, on the red, sorry. I hope I'm not getting tired this early. There's still a lot of action to stream. After this, one semi-final, and then a minimum of two finals in the first and second life. If they are not won by Kelvin, then a grand final. You consider that all are races to 9. It is too much pool still to play. And it will take a lot more time. Should Thami win this match? It is being advantage to Kelvin in some way if he wins. But the big disadvantage is the fact that Kelvin is using a lot of time because he's sometimes succumbing to Thami's playing speed. And Kelvin, I that he could win, yes he can. If he does, he may have fatigue going into the second life semi-final against Darren of South Africa. He's now having the black ball in mind. Kelvin, Thami also has the black ball in mind. He knows that it is the ball which could hamper Kelvin's attacking pattern. All the reds have been pretty much portable. Now has to roll the ball with some slight top spin. Cue ball following the red, but cue ball moves a little leftwards. Couldn't have played the cue ball any better than that. You trust him to have perfect rail drive. He's accustomed to United King tables. Yes, most of the good venues in Osaka, in Zambia, have this same brand of tables. Here he is rolling black against the cushion. It is off, very, very off. Advantage, Thami. It is very rare for Thami to lose a frame like this one. Kelvin will have himself to blame. Should have gone with a little less power. You count your chances when your opponent has a dead ball on the table. That yellow which is frozen against the cushion on the left. You have also seen Thami playing one yellow into another and didn't get to pot. Kelvin should simply have rolled the black with very minimal energy. It will have a higher chance of being potted, or if he couldn't pot, perhaps leave it packed. The match is still young. He always had the upper hand. Should he have set the black? Now the upper hand in the frame, at least in the frame. Only the frame is with Thami. Playing connection, roll the yellow right against the cushion, against another yellow, and gets one of them sunk exactly as he wanted. Maybe 97 times out of 100, Thami will be. And the 3 is for the eventuality that something happens to his pattern while playing the 3 balls piled up against one another, and it pays off. Same exact shot, a little backspin, very little backspin with the white ball, just a little backwards. Just like that. The rest is just a formality. Before I call it a formality, I will also be confirming that Thami has lost the cue ball completely. After playing relatively hard shots, the easiest one, which is the most effective, he has played it, I will say poorly. Yes, if he tries to cut the black, I will give him a very good chance of putting it to the corner pocket, top right. Why didn't he use enough energy? He needed the cue ball at the left end of the table. If you're watching on Peter Chewe Live YouTube, if you're watching on Break and Finish Live Facebook, it is the bottom end of the table. Using a little bit more right spin is what he should have done. He has not now. He's living under risk. I called the frame before he played the shot he did last. As though he wants to play the cue ball off the top cushion and into the black, maybe wanting to have a sharp cut on the black. Seems to be going for a sharp. What he's talking for. The cut is so sharp. The 4 balls reported when granted chance by Kelvin have all turned out worthless. The easiest shot to play for Kelvin is the most important, maybe is the only important shot, and he wins the frame just like that. It is Kelvin Fikoti of Zambia 4 and Thami Jabavu of South Africa 3. 2 minutes timeout, Thami. Meanwhile, dear viewers, you are watching the last quarter final of the ongoing 96-man competition. Well, a big tournament it is because of the number of players, their calibers, their respective playing abilities. It's a very big comp because of that. Also, the very relative long race tonight from the first round, and also the fact that the tournament is the double championship. All comes the competition, but be reminded that this is only a curtain raising event to the 2026 official Africa Q Sports Championships. The All Africa Polo Association, the body that runs all on the African continent, organizes that event after every 2 years. The 2026 edition is supposed to have been the 2025 edition, but yes, last year there was lack of readiness, and also I meant to learn that perhaps they were still engaging other organizing disciplines like the World Hayball Federation and the World Tennis Federation to have Hayball and 10 ball on board as part of the championships. Indeed, there will be 10 ball, Hayball, and the red ribbon event that normally is black ball. Tomorrow formalities, then actual play just start on Tuesday. In this one, as they Thami Jabavu has just bigly blundered. Maybe sometimes that's why players will take a little bit more time between shots compared to others. There are some little stuff that they normally get wrong, and that's normally in the attacking sense of the game. The keeper needed a little bit of English. Have a sharp cut on the yellow with a big right spin on the keyboard, bounce it off to cushion and then move it bottomwards. It's exactly what he intended to do, but then got it entirely wrong. At one point, it was like Kelvin was losing the frame. A few moments later, he's winning the same frame. 4-4. The Zambian intent, not just on winning this match, but taking both lives as far as possible in the competition. Win or lose, he still has action tonight. He is awaiting, if he wins this match, Darren of South Africa in the second live semi-finals. Thereafter, the first live final between Aiden and Kelvin. Aiden has been swimming at the beach, while Kelvin has been sweating with other opponents. The two have to face off maybe in 1 or 2 hours' time after another match after this. Now Kelvin needing to put the last red on the table to the corner pocket, top right, draw the cue ball bigly backwards in left direction. Lacks a little bit of movement. Should have added a little bit more power, maybe a little bit more spin. He's trying to contemplate between potting or playing defense. May have to leave the cue ball just close to the black. He is potting. That's a very good recovery from the Saka Express. He will opt to put Black Bay whether to the corner pocket, top right, maybe the center pocket on the top. Goes for the side pocket and sinks it in and controls the white ball and wins the frame and leads in the match. It is Kelvin 5 and Thami Jabavu 4. The last time Kelvin, I remember him taking 2 positions far in a double F competition. He actually won the event. It was a 16-man comp organized by the ATA in Nairobi, late December 2024. It is the only international competition he has won up to present that he has come so close in so many others. Was in the semi-finals of his second life at Billiards Cafe in 2025, as well as 2024. He was also in the second life semi-finals at Queens in Bulawayo in 2025. Very recently, he was in the final of the Patriarchs Pool tournament in Harare. But winning a truly open comp, he has not. Even the PPT where he came second was played on invitational basis. But $4,000 he was richer. In that same comp, Thami was invited, and I think he didn't make it. In South Africans, it was Aiden, it was Jerry, it was Pilani, it was Thami, it was Harry. I remember Thami not making it, unless I'm mistaken.
Thami, you are joking. Why are you talking like that? Yes, Thami, yes, Thami, yes, Thami.
The only international comp in my recent memory that I remember the Ugandans outshining everybody else, not all the members of the team. But now it is the South African against the Zambian in this one. I love his. It's a very good example when you want to train someone how to play pool when they are learners. How to stand, how to bend down low bigly. You see the cue stick now almost touching his chin. That is exactly the geometry of pool. It's shot to total perfection. For the last red remaining on the table, the intention for Thami is to put it diagonal to the corner pocket, top left if you're white. Not an easy shot, this one. That's why it needs all the coolness, in just this one big shot. Oh no, he came so close, but not.
can't deal with the home shoes. We provide the back shoes. I don't deal with the back shoes. Let's go.
I just had the temporary loss of the YouTube stream. For those that are watching on Peter TV Live, it was on for about 30 to 40 seconds. I believe that you are now sorted. Those watching from Lusaka seem to be more sorted now than those that are watching from Soweto in South Africa, where Thami is actually born. Because Kelvin is not only having a slight lead, he is on the verge of increasing his lead to yet another frame. It's 5 frames to 4. This one gives him the opportunity of taking 2-frame lead for the first time after the second frame, because then he led by 2 frames to nil. It was Thami fighting back, Kelvin granting a refusal, and Kelvin wins frame number 10 and increases his lead. It is now Kelvin 6, Thami Jabavu 4, race to 9. In a very special thank you for watching. My friend Justice Katurebe from Barara in Uganda. At one time I was thinking you're the you're Justice Katurebe, the former Chief Justice. I am kidding. As we have a second time break, this one for only 2 minutes, which are almost over. Kelvin leads by 6 frames to 4 against Thami in a race to 9 for a place in the second live final. Johnson Zwini asking who has 2 lives. It is just one player remaining in the competition with both lives intact. It is none other than the guy that is having the lead in this match, Kelvin Kandu. In the first live final, he's yet to take on Aiden Joseph. After one more match, when this one is done, we shall have 2 semi-finals. The winner of this one versus Darren, and then Joel against, I think it must have been Akil who won the other quarter final. So many of the renowned big South African names are not making it to this one. This tournament is yet another testament of quality in depth here in South Africa. Just one promise. That is KZN is organizing a competition, and yes, it has top class quality. So many quality players. Those that I knew, those whom I had even never seen, those that have been playing for 2 decades plus, all united in competition. And it will be even steeper on Tuesday. the 3rd of February, when the All Africa Pole Championships start officially.
Nothing wrong with the construction.
Vincent Mulenga, good evening to you. Thank you for watching on the Facebook stream. Bob Mola. Yes, sir, Kelvin is your mic machine. All right. Classic Technologies. Thank you for watching, supporting Thami. Mavis Nyirenda, welcome to the stream. Also watching on Facebook, and Lawson Mulenga. Big Savage, thank you for watching. And Patrick Begadinho, Thomas Leva, you're asking if a player can play more than one discipline, say black or able in the upcoming AP competition. Yes, they can, but for a player to be named on the team, it is not about registering. They have to get their names submitted by their respective national association or federation. For instance, for any South African player to be part of the AAPA South Africa team, their name must be submitted by the organizing body in South Africa. The body is called Black Ball South Africa. And it has Mr. Vincent Pillay as president. He will also be the tournament director for the All Africa Pole Championships. And they are made to learn that they had the most unkind qualifying procedure. 125 players were invited to play against one another, everybody playing one frame against everybody else, and those that won the most number of frames in that kind of one-off league made the team of 5, and their names will be out perhaps tomorrow. They'll be made public tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to mean. And then those that came after the 5 will join the first 5 into the singles team. So your favorite players, like the defending champion Aiden Joseph, did not participate in the qualifying tournament. He's not on the South Africa team for the AAPA team this time round. The one that I really wanted to be on the team because of the location of the tournament, Jerry, he's the king of Japan in pool, no doubt, but he did participate in the qualifiers and want to be part of the AAPA, both in the singles and in the team. Thank you for watching. Always laughing in the comment section. Madam Rachel Mbewe. Rachel is supporting Thami. I hope I'm not in trouble with that. As much as Thami gets himself in trouble with the sanction. He has sight of one of the red, but perhaps not to say it's sufficient enough to have a right cartonist to put it to the corner pocket, top left. Sorry, it's top right. No doubt he can see the red. Maybe wants to play red off another red. One of them to be sunk to the corner pocket, another to be driven to the corresponding corner pocket, bottom right. It is possible, but difficult. The idea is to cut red, put it off another, the other to drive it and focus too much concentration on too difficult a shot. You almost got it right, and instead but cue ball remains frozen against the cushion on the left. Here comes Thami. If he rolls the red ball in, if he controls the cue ball for the black, none of. Oops! How can you play so good and be that unfortunate? He has played 2 top quality shots last. In both of them, not being fortunate with the resting position of the cue ball. Unfortunate. Thami is snookered. And the way Bokoko says he should play with Sejamba Ibra. Ibra will play with Thami. I know him. If he got a chance, he would put money and we will enjoy. One time they will meet on the pool table. Rachel, those are not Guara shots. Thami doesn't play like you. He did exactly what he intended, but he didn't play the keyboard well enough. Maybe he was just not lucky enough. Sidas Kiplangat is asking if any Ugandans will be participating in the AAPA. Officially, the Ugandan national pool team will not be participating in the AAPA. That is official. But two of the names that were submitted are trying their best to represent in the individual category. That is the Lady Rashida and the man. They are hoping that their visa application will be responded by the South African embassy tomorrow. If that does happen, then they will fly over to Jabavu. Simple. And hopefully, yes, it will happen. As hopeful as Kelvin is now, because he has another chance to win yet another frame, to take yet another life into the semi-finals.
Now, guys, let's give them a round of applause. The one frame, 5,000.
It looks very, very promising for Mr. Fikoti. Maybe this is his turn to win an open international competition for the very first time. Remember, he has won one, he has reached 2 finals in 2 others, but those were not open, where everybody is invited. They were on invitational basis in 2 cities. That is Nairobi as well as Harare. And a lot has been happening in his favor. How good he's playing, how he's sweeping away opponents, but also how others of his closest competitors have not been playing to their very best. Jerry is out, Ginty is out of the second life, and in the tournament, Eden is out of the second life. Royd out in the second life. Kelvin favorite. The favorite is also the favorite to win frame number 11 in the last quarter final, which is the only match happening in the arena, by the way. Kelvin 7, Thami Jabavu 4. Tatenda machine, you're disturbing me. Why do you want to know Kelvin's age? By the way, there is a tendency when I discover the age, I know the age of these players. Many of you tend to think that I don't want to reveal their actual age. You think I underset their age. I still tell you that Kelvin is way younger than many people think because of his beard. He's still not yet out of his mid-20s. He's not yet into his late 20s. But he's a father of, I think, a 3-month-old human being. And I believe that Grace Nkandu is watching it. A very happy mom. She even wonders where I got her name. But thank you for watching Under Pressure. Today, maybe Joy is coming home. And Peterson Katerega is asking if Hazard is married. I tell you, at one time I was thinking that Hazard and Rachel Mbewe could get married, but I was wrong. No more comments about that one. Shumba is asking when the final is between Fikoti and Kelvin. After this match, because the first life is already in the final, after this match we shall have 2 semi-finals at the same time. That is in the first life and the second life thereafter. The first life final between Aiden and Kelvin, and then the second life final between whoever players it will be. James Palazzi, thank you for watching. Vladishan is asking who took Aiden out. The player is called Akil. His Japan Bessa is sometimes was watching him on Kipixel's photography when Francis was streaming the South African nationals. But normally he doesn't participate in international cups, but yes, he is a good player. Rachel, stop making too much fun in the comment section. By the way, I was told that Rachel's favorite delicacy is mbeba. Those of you who eat mbeba a lot, you can tell us more about Rachel's favorite meat. El Capitano Moses, you said these players need to break. Like resting, no, why rest? They came to play. You cannot play anymore because you seem to be too fatigued, then that is it for you in the competition. Richard Kasongo asking who is leading. It is Kelvin leading by 7 frames to 4 against Thami Jabavu. And Yusuf Piri seems to say that Kelvin will win both lives of the competition and the tournament in January. You think he will win life 1 and life 2? It is possible. The one thing, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here, that is a big disadvantage to a player that takes 2 lives far in the competition is that in the end the human element comes in, you become so tired. Told you, Aiden has been for some time at the beach preparing for his first life final against Kelvin, and Kelvin is sweating against fellow opponents. So no doubt when that match comes, Aiden will be fresher. He could be benefiting from losing earlier on. But Kelvin, I want to tell you, has beaten Aiden the last 2 times that they faced off. One of them only 2 days ago in a comp that was won by Jerry, a 16-man invitational competition at the same venue. And the other, the second life final in the Patriots Pool tournament, the PPT tournament that was won by Caesar in Harare, to celebrate the birth of my sponsor, Prophet Makandio. He did sponsor my trip, including air travel and accommodation. May I just place my gadgets and then start to do what I love doing. Thank you, Prophet. Chris Natangwe, thank you for watching as well. Asking the stage at which Kelvin is going to play with Aiden. Everybody's really looking forward to that match. It will happen not so long from now, but one more match after this. If Kelvin wins, like seemingly he could, because he needs to win 2 more frames, he still has to play with Darren, perhaps on this very table, and thereafter we have the first life final, irrespective of whether Kelvin will have won or lost against Darren. And I'm only assuming that he may win this match. He could still lose this one. If he loses this one, the organizer may decide to bring the match between Kelvin and Aiden a little earlier. And yes, the reason why that match hasn't been played up to this stage of the competition is the fact that one of the players involved, that is Kelvin, is also involved in the second live.
This is your happiness. Let yourself happy.
Guys, we need one more player for the foreman. 1,000 for the player, 4,000 for the player. Come guys, easy money. Just like the Lord.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Yes, Thami. The pressure is no longer in you. Just want to enjoy yourself. No longer weak. Just want to enjoy yourself. This is your time to enjoy. Enjoy. Come on, son. If you have to dance, you can say you just dance next to me. Dance if you have to dance, just enjoy yourself. Yes, that's it. You don't want to win anymore. You want to enjoy yourself. I can see you enjoying yourself. Come on, next to me. Enjoy yourself.
Zero.
The just ended frame will be another reminder to Kelvin that Thami is down, but not yet out. He has just demonstrated how to break and finish under pressure. Kelvin's turn now to break frame. Number 14 looks dry. You know he has got it to make one ball. It has been red. You just look at the position of the balls on the table. You don't fault him going for reds. You don't fault him going for yellows. But of course, he'll be having one thing in mind: win the frame to win the match with one visit of the table, as did Thami in the previous frame. He has done all the hard work. Kelvin now needs to win just one more to take his second life into the final. Sorry, the semi-final. Even when the cue ball is frozen against the cushion, even when he has to play offense with that thin cue ball, he's not yet showing the sign of fatigue. And I'm loving that about him. He's played more matches than anybody in the competition, and yet up to the present, he still is without a shadow of the best player in the tournament so far, given how he's performing either side of the draw. But for now, he's himself played himself out of position of the cue ball. Maybe played the previous shot with a little too much power. He could foul here. In trying to avoid the foul, in trying to avoid playing yellow first, Kelvin has missed.
No matching for error when you enjoy yourself. Because you play without characterize. If we lose, we cry. If we win because we should have to win. Come on, something like that.
3 reds on the table. Most importantly, all the 7 yellows. With one man Thami trying to put them, maybe with one piece of the table, which is what he has to do to win the frame, and then come within just 2 of Kelvin. Still possible, but yes, Thami needs to win 4 frames in a row. As if he now wants to play safe. Have a little tap between white and yellow, hide the cue ball behind the yellow. Just like that, Kelvin is snookered.
Remember one thing, Thami. Remember one thing. You're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying yourself. Yes, you don't want to win anymore. You want to enjoy yourself. Time is yours. Your name is Thami. Time is yours, Thami. Come on, let's man. Come on, let's see. So we want to enjoy. We are down, but we want to enjoy. We don't want to win anymore. We want to enjoy something. Come on, let's no matching for airlines. No matching for airlines. You're enjoying yourself. Come on, Thami. Come on, let's come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Before you even know, you take it. Come on, Thami. Before you even know, you take it. Before you even know, come on, son. If you believe, I believe. If you believe, I believe. You are right in my heart. If you believe, I believe. And if you believe, I believe. Come to you. Only if you believe, I believe. So remember, you don't ever meant to be. You don't ever meant to be. Come on. Come on, Thami. Come on, Thami. Come on, Thami. Come on, Thami. Everything has to do. Everything has to do. As long as you believe, it's possible. That was a 4. A 6. This can be a 9. How is it? That was a 4. If you look for 5 to 6, I know. need this one, but you don't need to eat. You just need this one to enjoy. Then God will give you more enjoyment. Come on. Put it in your mind. No matter who you are, you are involved. The whole living now is ended. I will explain to you. No matter what you do, the whole living now is ended. No matter what you do. At one point, it was 84. Now it's 86. It's positive. How much I give you? I see you. But I'm a big problem. Number one, we was 84 now. We do. Now you see that the money it's all up to you. If you want to enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. You don't want to sit here and take this money for sure. You want to put it in. You want to sit here and take your money home. You want to sit here and take your money home. You want to put it in. If you need to save your time, come on. Enjoy yourself, guys. Every time you go to the gym, remember, play it and enjoy yourself. Thami, Mr. T, the only last of the time. All trying to believe in you. Like it to not believe in you. But you rather believe in you. Come to me. I'm telling you, if we lose together. If we win together. If you lose, I lose my pride. You're not gonna lose it. I believe in you. You're the one who can bring my pride back. Come on, man. Today is difficult to play it, really difficult to win it. Thami, Mr. T. Everyone believes in you. We all believe in the country. Make it possible. Come on, man. Come on. Make it a saloon, it's just to be a saloon. Come on, Thami. Come on! Remember, there is no pressure on you. There is no pressure on you. No one is expecting anything from you. When you just want to enjoy yourself, there is no pressure on you. I'm coming.
After 2 long hours, Kelvin takes his second life into the semi-finals. The South African Darren is awaiting him. Final score: Kelvin 9 and Thami Jabavu 6.